Marvel's What If has been hit or miss for me, so I'm going to be giving my episodes that I like to see, maybe in season 3 or maybe beyond that, but I'm going to be giving my whole season that I have planned out and made in this video. So the first one, it is a pretty obvious one and a pretty popular one, but it is what if the other half survived the snap. Considering Iron Man was the one to invent time travel and Shuri being blipped as well, I'm not really sure what they're going to do. I do think it would end in the same way because Hank and Holt, they did blip, so in this version they wouldn't have blipped, and I feel like everyone would come together. I feel like everyone would be less motivated as, the other team, like Iron Man stuff, but I think in the end they would all come together. Hank, I think, would figure out some way to time travel, go back, and it would be very cool and weird seeing, these new heroes go back to where the OGs were. Like the Battle of New York, or, Dark World, or Vormir somewhere out there in space, the first Guardians movie. And not only that, but I think it would also be cool to see all these heroes that haven't interacted before interact as a team in this one, because I think that's something the MCU has been lacking, is the fact that there's tons of heroes, but none of them really interacted. Like in Endgame, everybody was there, but not a lot of interaction between heroes. But the next one I have is what if Loki was worthy? And we haven't got a lot of Loki in What If, and I think it'd be really cool if they made a version where it was Loki who was worthy and not Thor. Maybe in this version Thor is not good and maybe he's bad, or maybe he's just, drunk all the time and not really putting effort in at all. And maybe in this, Loki gets sent to Earth. I do think maybe this might be a little repetitive because they did the same thing with Hela. But you could definitely switch the story up and change it a lot with Loki. Maybe send him somewhere else, meet new people, or meet other people in the MCU that, aren't Jane Foster and aren't Darcy, but other characters we've seen before. Like, maybe he lands in, like, Wakanda or something. I don't know. Maybe he lands somewhere else. Maybe he lands in Russia. Maybe, he meets those type of characters. There's so much you can do with this story. The third one, I was a kind of bit iffy on when I came up with this idea, but it was what if Thanos attacked during the New York battle? Thanos wouldn't have any stones at this point, so I think it'd be cool to see what would happen. And, all these heroes, or, Cap, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Thor, Iron Man come together after defeating Loki to fight Thanos without any stone and without any of, this development and everything that happened with the Sokovia Accords, them not being broken up. Maybe Thanos wins, maybe Thanos loses and comes back to the, where Infinity War starts. I don't know, but I think this could be kind of a cool story. Once again, I was a bit iffy on it, but I think it could work. Maybe you can even fit Ronan in there too, because I know that Ronan got done dirty a lot. Also, Thanos got done dirty a lot as well in the What If series, so I think this could be cool. I know that season 3 is going to include the Eternals, so in this one I put what if the Eternals interfered, and I think this could be cool if they showed up in Infinity War to help fight, the heroes on Titan, or help fight with the heroes on Titan. I feel like that could be really cool. Maybe even some going to Wakanda, something like that, or just interfering, maybe not in Infinity War, maybe like in a movie before, or just something. I just want the Eternals to meet our heroes, and I want to see what happens. Maybe they could appear in the previous Guardians movies or in the Captain Marvel movie, and I know that some are on Earth, or honestly most of them or all of them are on Earth, so we could definitely see what happens with that. Now this one is one of my favorites, and it's what if Khonshu chose Spider-Man instead of Mark Spector. And I think this is an actual story in the comics, and I mean that's the suit I rocked in Marvel Spider-Man 2, is the Spider-Man Moon Knight suit. That was so sick. But I feel like it would definitely be interesting and cool if this happened. I don't know what Marvel can do because, Sony's in charge of Spider-Man, but if they can make this happen with the What If series, then that would be awesome. I know that Spider-Man appeared in the zombie episode, but the episode wasn't directly about him. So that's probably why they were able to do it. And I think it's a comic, or I think it's a story. I do want to read it because I'm very interested in what happens, but I love to see the story because Moon Knight and Spider-Man are like two of my probably favorite heroes. You know, I think they're really cool. But yeah, I think this would be really cool. Now this one, once again, I was a bit iffy on, but it's what if Killmonger became the new Black Panther? And Killmonger in this probably wouldn't die in Black Panther, and somehow he becomes the new Black Panther. I'm not sure what they do, or maybe it's confirmed that Killmonger didn't die, and instead of Shuri taking up the mantle, it would be Killmonger. I think that could be a cool story. Or maybe they're two Black Panthers, maybe Shuri and Killmonger, both Black Panthers. I thought that could be cool. Or maybe instead of Killmonger becoming the Black Panther, they can make M'Baku become a Black Panther instead of Shuri. Or once again, they could have both be Black Panther. I think that was because when Black Panther 2 was supposed to come out, there was tons of leaks and rumors about M'Baku being the Black Panther. Same with Okoye and Nakia. You know, there's tons of rumors. I think any one of them would be cool. I do want to see M'Baku as Black Panther. I feel like that'd be really cool. This one, what if Harley Quinn becomes a new Iron Man? I'd really, really love to see this because he appeared in Iron Man 3, you know, as a big part, and then he showed up at Tony's funeral and just didn't appear anymore. People want him to become Iron Lad, but I don't know how that'd be possible because he isn't, well, currently he's not a descendant of Kang. So I'm not sure how they do that. They could definitely switch up the story. But I think it'd be cool if when Tony dies, you know, he has to step up and he, you know, builds his own armor, builds a suit of armor of his own, and starts helping people. Maybe gets roped into the Young Avengers as a new Iron Man. In this story, I think that'd be really cool. They could have him, they could bring Justin Hammer back, and then that could be his villain he fights in the episode. Builds a suit of armor. Justin Hammer is out doing something kind of like what the Happy Hogan episode was in What If Season 2. And yeah, in the end, obviously, Harley saves the day and stops Justin Hammer and gets noticed by the other heroes, maybe gets recruited, you know, something like that. I feel like that'd be really cool. But even if they don't do this in What If, I really want to see Harley Quinn back because I like this character. Now this one is what if Mysterio won? And once again, with the Sony thing, I'm not sure if they can even do this, but I think it'd be cool if Mysterio did win and we got to see what his plan looked like when it unfolded, and if his framing of Spider-Man actually affected his place with the Avengers. You know, maybe the Avengers believe Mysterio, and you know, Mysterio could join the Avengers as, you know, a false hero. And towards the end of the episode, I'd like to see Mysterio being one of the greatest heroes in that universe, you know, and it's just false, it's not real. He's a false hero, but everyone believes him to be an actual hero, and Spider-Man to be a villain. I think that'd be a really cool story to do, and we almost saw it in Far From Home, transferring No Way Home, but, you know, obviously Spider-Man kind of redeemed himself. You know, no one knows who he is anymore, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But in this universe, everyone knows who he is, and everyone thinks he's a villain, while Mysterio's out there being a hero. Now this one has an opportunity to still come true, and that is what if MCU Sinister Six formed. And I think this will consist of Vulture, what we got, Scorpion, Chameleon, I think was the driver for Peter's class in Far From Home, and obviously some others like Shocker you could put in there. Some others that could be introduced, like 2 more? Maybe a different version of the Tinkerer. Obviously, I wouldn't like Scorpion, or I was going to say Mr. Negative as well, to have their debut and appear in a What If series. So maybe some lesser no names, or people we've already seen. But I think it'd be cool to see the Sinister Six actually form. I hope they do that in the new Spider-Man trilogy coming out with Tom Holland. But it'll have something to do with that. Maybe something to do with Venom as well. You know, maybe one of the Avengers gets the symbiote like Hulk. I think that'd be amazing. If they did a Hulk with symbiote on him, like a symbiotic Hulk, I think that'd be really cool. Or maybe the Avengers maybe they all get the symbiote on them, and then, you know, somebody like another hero or a few heroes has to fight the Avengers as symbiotes. I think that could be cool too. Now this one, In Doctor Strange 1, I felt like they did my boy Dormammu dirty. So I think it'd be cool if we see what if Dormammu attacked Earth. And this is where we get the heroes at the time. Maybe you can even do like a different year. Like it doesn't have to be present. It could be what if Dormammu attacked Earth instead of Loki in 2012. Or maybe the same team that was formed in the 1990s against Peter Quill. You could do that. Or in present with Dormammu and Strange and the other Avengers like, you know, Captain America. What we got, the new Black Panther, Spider-Man, just any of that I think could be really cool. It could also be on, you know, another Earth with different variations of heroes. You know, I think that could be cool as well. But I just want to see Dormammu back. In the third Doctor Strange, I think bringing him back would be cool. But I do really want to see Nightmare as well. And for the last one, I know I did 11. I'm supposed to do 9, but I don't care. This one, they can't do right now because he hasn't been introduced to the MCU yet. But it's what if Sam and Bucky met Wolverine in Madripoor? I think I think I'm speaking for everyone when I say this, that everybody thought Wolverine was gonna appear in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the show. Unfortunately, he didn't. I think that was the right call, because not everyone watches these Marvel projects on Disney Plus. I mean, I bet a lot of people watches the movies and stuff, but not everybody watches the shows. So that's 11 ideas I have for what if. Definitely comment down below if you agree with these ideas, because I think most of them are cool and they definitely could work. Like the Khonshu Spider-Man one, I feel like would be cool. If the other half survived the snap, I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, once again, comment down below what you guys have for your ideas that you want to see maybe in a future season of What If. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Thanks for watching. Peace.